Unreal Tournament has various movement mechanics to help you traverse your map environments, also helping you to get to those hard to reach areas or just making you more of a nuisance when avoiding enemy fire. First, we're going to start off with Strafing. This is the basic technique that everybody needs to learn when dodging enemy fire. It may be the simplest, but it's also one of the best. Now, by just using 2 directional keys, we're going to learn the classic AD spam. Now, all you need to do is hit your left and right movement keys in somewhat of a quick succession. You can mix it up and change the pattern as much as you like. The more you do so, the more unpredictable you'll be, and the less likely that people are going to hit you with those primary shock rifles or sniper rifles. It's great for avoiding those hit scan weapons, though if somebody's a little bit closer and they've got a rocket launcher, you may want to use a dodge instead. You can also add in your forward and back key as well while doing the AD spam, and this will give you some more depth in your movement as well as just being a little bit more unpredictable. Next up, we have the dodge mechanic, and this is the most important mechanic in all of Unreal Tournament, enabling you to traverse your environment so much more quickly and more efficiently, but also giving you a chance to avoid incoming enemy fire at a moment's notice. There are 2 ways to dodge now in Unreal Tournament. The old school style is to simply double tap any of your directional keys in quick succession. This old school style of double tapping can be very difficult to pick up at first, as it takes a while to get the muscle memory down. The new school way of dodging is the single tap dodge, or the STD for short. It's so much easier on new players to pick up and learn this, and it's also going to save you from getting RSI. Now, to single tap dodge, all you must do is press a directional key that you wish to dodge in and then press the single tap dodge key. It's simple as that. Now, since you're always going to be using the single tap dodge button, it's always best to rebind it to another key that is more convenient and easier to press. Now, dodging isn't restricted by just using it on the floor. If you happen to be in the air and next to a wall, you can also use it to wall dodge. This skill can make you more unpredictable in the air to hit and offer you more ways to traverse the map. You can also wall dodge multiple times, but usually after the second wall dodge, your velocity and height will drop significantly, usually bringing you back to the ground. To perform a wall dodge, simply be next to the wall whilst in the air and then press your dodge key, but remember to dodge away from the wall. Dodging in all its many varieties is incredibly useful for avoiding that incoming fire, especially big slow projectile weapons such as the rocket launcher and flat cannon. However, even though dodging is great for getting out of enemy fire, overusage in a fight can make you very predictable. If you keep spamming it out constantly, you will get punished. So you always got to mix it up, combine it in with that strafing movement, combining it in with some wall jumps, and become more unpredictable. Don't always rely on one technique, use them all. As well as dodging, there is jumping, and to simply jump, you press the jump key, which is by default your spacebar. It's that easy. Jumping in Unreal Tournament will give you more height than a dodge, but it lacks the pace and forward momentum a dodge will give you, making it more useful to gaining higher ground rather than getting across the map. But often, in most cases, a jump will be combined with a wall jump, giving you that extra height as well as momentum, giving you the best of both worlds. Jumping can be often quite useful in a fight as well to avoid any splash damage rockets that happen to be aiming at your feet. By jumping, you can minimize the damage that you'll take, but be warned, use the jump moderately. You don't want to keep on jumping, it becomes very easy to predict. Next up, we have the sprinting mechanic, which is one of the fastest ways of traveling across a map, but it has its considerable downsides, making it rarely used. To start sprinting, all you need to do is hold your forward directional key for 3 seconds uninterrupted, and then you'll start to sprint. Now, sprinting across the map is quicker than dodging, but you cannot change direction too quickly, otherwise you stop sprinting. If you jump, dodge, or do any form of aerial maneuver, you will stop sprinting. If you fall off a ledge, you'll stop sprinting. If you get shot, you will stop sprinting. Pretty much everything stops you from sprinting if you're trying to sprint, and it takes time to ramp up to the sprinting speed as well, so it's not great for trying to escape with. Using the sprint, you're going to have to find a quiet corridor somewhere where you're not going to get interrupted, and it can be useful to cut off your opponents on some maps, but often you're going to be relying on your dodge movement. So this video covers some of the movement basics. There are more to come in the next video that's coming out, so stick around for that one, and guys, good luck, have fun out there in the tournament.